Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Thursday, January 16th, and the heat map just changed over. And they did have TSM's earnings call last night on the stock twits. If you heard it, I was listening. It seemed to be very, very good news. And the heat map just changed over. We have Microsoft, Nvidia, and Apple, and Amazon are all green. Google and Meta are a little bit down, and so is Tesla. So let's take a look and see what's going on. But yeah, TSM is up this morning, and their earnings call was fairly good. It sounded like I said, I was listening to it. It did sound like some good news, and it was up over $11. It crossed up, and I don't like earnings, but they do look good. It's probably going to make the semiconductor start running right here. So let's take a look and see what's going on today. We'll start off with our Jolie's jumpers like usual. Let me get to them bad boys real quick, and then we'll start off with them and see our laptop travels, and then we'll see what you guys want to look at. So here we go at ABVE. We were looking at this one. We've been looking at it, and it's been setting up here, and let's just see what it looks like this morning. ABVE is above food something, above food ingredients, and it is starting to move 47 to 55 today. That does look like, oh wait, that's yesterday's date. It looked like it would have been today. So it is moving yesterday. It doesn't look like it's doing much today. Even on FinViz says it's not moving yet, but it does look pretty good at ABVE. So keep an eye on that. ACON had that huge dip, and we were looking at it last night and watching it for this bounce, and here it comes. It's bouncing a little bit. It opened at 5. It's up at 5. I guess it ran up a little bit, but yeah, it's at 5 cents right now. Where did it dip down to yesterday? 3. And it closed at 5. So keep an eye on this ACON to try to bounce up. It had that big old dip yesterday. AMPG, Amplitech Group. This one's actually cruising up here and looking pretty good. AMPG. Let's see here. AMPG 251. It got up a penny. It was moving up yesterday. It closed at 246. You can see it gapped up a tiny bit. So it did open up, and it's at 242 at the moment, but not looking too. I mean, it is pulled back there, but I would think that it's going to try to set up the way it looks. So that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. AMPG, that Big Bear, BBAI, Big Bear AI Holdings. This one's running up here, it looks like this morning. BBAI. It was running up yesterday, and it is running up, it looks like, this morning. So 396 to 398. It's actually at 388. So, but it is trying to roll up there off that 20 and looking pretty good. And that's BBAI, that Big Bear, and BKYI. Let's see what BioKey International's doing. This one was running up yesterday. BKYI. And yeah, yesterday it went pretty good, 135 to 368. It closed at 252, and then today 250 came down, 250. It pulled back to 212, and it's at 233. So it did run up yesterday there. It didn't keep itself, but honestly doesn't look bad. It's in a good spot, so it could get moving again today. BKYI. And that's security and protection services. So just keep an eye on that one today. It could get moving. DDC Enterprise, DDC. Let's look at this one. We haven't looked at this in a while. And it was moving yesterday right there. It was 16 to 22. It closed at 18, and then today it's at 18. It's not really doing much yet, but it did move yesterday. Not looking too bad. That DDC and good old drug. This one looked like it was getting set back up. Let's see what it's doing this morning. DRUG. It is running back up yesterday. It's not doing anything yet, but it does look like it bottomed out. And keep an eye on this DRUG because it is going to run there. Drug HUT was setting up and running yesterday. Let's see if it's moving today. Crypto's still looking good. And like I said, 2403 to 2676. It was running yesterday. It closed at 2640, and then this morning 2603. It pulled back some. It's at 2602. So it'll look like it will jump back up. It should jump up onto that make that support line or the resistance at support. If not, it's going to pull back, but it's going to set up, and you can see how bullish it is right there. KITT, this Nauticus Robotics, this is a aerospace and defense, has recently run up there. Let's see if it's getting set back up. It was trying to run up yesterday, as a matter of fact, and today, but I think it is pulling back, but it did actually try to jump up, so maybe it's not going to pull back as much as it should and get set up and run again. That LAES, we were looking at it last night, and it is jumped up a little bit right here. Like I said, just be careful with all these guys because they could hit that 20 up here and pull back. I'm not convinced that they're ready to rock and roll completely, so we'll keep an eye on it. That PMAX, we looked at that. That's up $1.25. Remember, I was saying, look for that bounce. Had that huge dip yesterday. Had a crazy run around yesterday. 194 to 389, down to 120. And then today, 312 down to 214. So it might have came down a little bit, but I think it opened up 360. It opened up. Yeah, it did open up higher. I was gonna say it looks like it opened up higher, and it did. And it is pulling back here, but take a look at this PMAX because it is running all over the place. See if it could keep that momentum right there, and it'll keep running up for PMAX, QMCO, Quantum Corp. It's up a little bit. What? Up another 315? Let me see. 36.65. It is up because it closed at 35.76 and it got to 37.61. It's at 36.65. And like I said, I would just be careful. They do look like they want to set up, but I could see them pulling back here. So just keep a look at these quantums and computer hardware ones. I know they're running up here, but like I said, they could have a little bit of pullback. So you don't want to get caught up at the top while they pull back and can get a much better price. QSI, same situation, up 17 cents, but they all look the same. We did go through them last night. QUBT, another one that's up $1 right now. This one's the one that actually looked decent. It was starting to make that hard crawl up. I was saying this one I would actually think that was going to move this morning. It is moving this morning a little bit. It's up a hair, but QUBT does look pretty good there. Where to close at yesterday? 12.95, and now it opened at 13.31 and it's at 13.45. So yeah, this one actually looked good. Maybe they are all going to start to really curl up, but like I said, they weren't giving me that look last night. They're still not giving me that full look, but they are starting to make that curl. RGTI is up 55 cents. And again, I would just watch and see if they're going to pull back. I have a feeling RGTI could, and they all honestly could here. So SLXN, this one was running up. Was it yesterday in the after hours? Is that which one? This one? Yeah, it was running up in the after hours, 180 to 304. It closed at 281, and then this morning it opened at 175. It's all the way down to 131. I don't know what happened to that, but it did run up in them after hours, and it didn't stay up there long. It's that Israeli biotech company, and it did come right down to the bottom there. So that one's crazy. It was looking good in the after hours to look terrible in the pre-market right here. So definitely wild right there. And SOBR, we were looking at it. It ran up last night and it's running up some more today, I believe. SOBR. It did yesterday, 88 to 122, and this morning 130 to 182. So it's at 125 right now. And there you go with SOBR, sober, safe. That one did run. And our TNXP, this one was looking pretty good, starting to curl up. I'd keep an eye on this. It looks like it's up a little bit this morning, and it is moving around a little bit, 26 to 29. It's at 26, but not looking bad right here. So keep your eye on TNXP. And there you go with our Jolie's jumpers. Perfect. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. And let's go ahead and take a look at our laptop lowdowns real quick and see what's going on right here. That ADTX, we look at it each night, and it is trying to get set up here. I mean, I've said it a few times, but yesterday it actually ran up there. So I could say that it actually started to move ADTX, if I can type it in. And What it do? Let me see if it's today's date. No, that's yesterday's. No, that's today's date. 13. It's just sitting at 13, but yesterday it went 13 to 21. So it did start to move there, and we'll see if it can get really set up here. I'll keep an eye on it today after that run up yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on that. BCAN. This was way down there, and it's getting curled back up. This is going to be a good one. Keep your eye on BCAN today because it's starting to get moving. And let me see, that's the 15th, so that's yesterday. So yeah, keep your eye on that. It does look good. BOWN, that Bowen acquisition group. Remember, we were talking about this, that shell company. Keep an eye on this bad boy. It's jumping around and it could easily bounce right back. CLRB, Collector Biosciences, and this one's not looking too bad. Looks like it probably bottomed out possibly yesterday. CLBR. So let's keep an eye. Actually, yeah, it was running up yesterday. So bottomed out the other day. CLBR, keep an eye on this. It is trying to move. It's not doing a whole lot this morning. It's just sitting at 11. But where to close at yesterday? 1095. Like I said, it's not doing anything, but it's looking pretty good right there. So keep your eye on that one. CLRB and IZM. Let's see what IZM is going to do. It's way down here. And that's a nice dip from yesterday. Let me see this bad boy. IZM. 156 to 145 yesterday. It looks like it dipped harder than that, but still a nice dip, and it is getting curled up here. So keep an eye on this one, see how much it can curl up because it will be a decent one right there. That one will get running way down there. KROS. Let's see. This one looks like it's crossed over. It did have a nice dip right there. And I'm telling you, they like to dip and rip. So keep your eye on this thing because it did take that dip down to 911 yesterday. It's at 1043. So keep an eye on that dip and rip situation. It keeps happening, and it is the pattern. So be patient with them and watch for that bad boy, the ones that you like. SDST, that Stardust Power, this is down there too, and this could be its bottom area, SDST. And it looks like yesterday or Monday, the 14th, Tuesday. It looks like Tuesday could have been its bottom right there. Not definite, but it's getting down there. And this one could get some Stardust power real soon. TNFA, we'll look at that and see it's pulled back there to the line. Let's see. I think we looked at it recently. It was running around. Didn't we look at it last night, I think? 143 to 165 yesterday, and it closed at 119. It's at 124. It's at 123. Now it opened at 124, and this one could roll off that MACD. Keep an eye on that TNFA and TOVX. Let's look at it. Oh, this one's getting a good setup right here. Looks like it was just running around. When was that? Yesterday, possibly? 2 days ago on the 14th there on Tuesday. This thing ran up to 203. It's at 146. And it is pulling back, but trying to set up at the same time. I want to look at that one today. I'll take a look at that. TOVX. TOVX, I'll definitely take a look at that one. XRTX. XRTX. Let's see what this one's doing. Oh, that one looks really good to try to get moving real soon. XRTX. Looks like it's flat. Did it do like something crazy yesterday? Let me see. This one might have already did something crazy yesterday. It ran up there on Tuesday, and then yesterday it did something crazy. It ran around, took a huge dip, 115 to 129 down to 77. It was at 96. And it's not showing me anything today, but I would like to see this one today because it came down hard on that line and it looks good to bounce. So look at XRTX today and see if it wants to bounce. And this YYAI is a sports one, sports technologies, Connex Sports Technologies, and it was running up just a little bit right here. YYAI. What is, yeah, yesterday, 156 to 189. It came back down to 116. It could be getting set up here to run, so we can keep an eye on this one. Just had that run up, pull back look, but not looking too bad there. YYAI. So there you go with your laptop lowdowns, and thank you very much, Laptop Travel. And let's go ahead and see what else is going on and what you guys want to look at. So let's go ahead and see what the market looks like again. And it is still Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon green, and Google, Meta, and Tesla are a little red. Let's go ahead and see what's going on right here. Let's see what the SPY is up to at least. It's up $1.15. It's hitting the 50 and it's hitting that line. I'm telling you, I'm not so convinced it's getting crazy yet, guys. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. It looks like it could drop back down and stay in this channel and come back down to the 591 area, but it will pull it back. So it's not crossing through yet. I'll keep my eye on it today. We'll see what it wants to do. But this is what I was talking about exactly last night. So that's what I was worrying about, that it's not going to really get crazy just yet. It will. It just might not be today. Apple's up $1.35. It's sitting on that 50 and it's not looking bad. It is trying to curl up. It's looking much better. Let's put it that way. So Apple's looking better, but it is well, I was going to say that's definitely not Apple. Here's Apple right here, and it's definitely over that 50 and in that channel. So it could run up into that channel at that 246 and then bounce around a little bit. So, like I said, I'm not convinced that they want to get blasted off, but they are looking better. We'll say that. Amazon's up 76 cents. This one looks like it is crawling up and looking a little better right here. So, AMZN. That's over to 20 right there and is looking pretty good. So Amazon not looking too bad. Google, that was looking good yesterday when I was saying I don't know if it was ready. I was surprised it was up that much, but it is over that 20. And yeah, it's just a little healthy pullback there. Like I was surprised it jumped up so much yesterday. So it is holding up there right now. Good old Meta's down like $7 right now. It was looking much better last night, but it is pulling back. So again, like I was saying, they're bouncing down off that MACD. I wasn't sure they wanted to cross through, and Meta's not. Microsoft is looking pretty good. It's about to hit the line. I think Microsoft is going to get set up. Not sure if it's going to blast off. It is up this today, but again, I think it might be a good setup even for next week. So I still don't think it's going to cross through. It has momentum, but not sure it's going to do it today. And the video was up, and that TSM was, like I said, crazy good news there. But TSM has to get really cruising. It looks like it could like really get that gas pedal pushed right there if it wanted to, and make that hard curl up. We'll have to see if it wants to. It could just stay in this channel for like a couple days until next week. So keep an eye on the video. I'll let you know what's going on there. And good old Tesla. It is down a little bit, and again, it's not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna cross through that MACD. So I'm keeping an eye on all of these today to see what they're up to. And this is what I was talking about last night. AMC is up a penny, looking pretty decent there. GameStop's up 47 cents, looking better than it did. And Chewy is down 2 cents, but looking great right there. So keep your eye on that CHWI, because I don't know what they have going on, but something's happening there. And let's run through our semiconductors real quick. AVGO is up 474, and again, it's sitting right on top of that 20. It's in a great spot, and we'll have to see how it keeps itself up there today. And let's take a look at MU. Up $1.35. That one's over that resistance line, looking pretty good. That one was kind of set up and looks pretty decent right there. Good old TSM up to 214, and it was up a little higher. And again, was it curled through? I thought it was. Let me look at it on here and see what the pre-market definitely looks like. Yeah, it did cross through. It's curled up there, 211 to 222. It got up to, and it's at 214, and it's not looking bad. Like I said, their earnings call apparently was really good. I was listening to it. It was just hard to completely understand everybody talking, but you could definitely tell that it was good information and things were moving in the right direction. Let's put it that way. I'm pretty sure they were saying 20% increased profits they're looking at across the board, but like not even trying, I think. So, like I said, it was a little harder to understand the gentleman, and I believe they're in Taiwan. So, but yeah, it was a good call. Had a lot of people on there, I can tell you that, and that was at 1 o'clock this morning. So. TSM definitely had a good one. Kicked off the earnings too, so that was good because it was early in the morning. Kicked off some earnings with some good news, so that was nice. SMCI was up, and this one I think is finally going to try to get set up now, so that's actually looking a little better. AMD, that one was looking good here, and it is up a little bit and still looking pretty decent right there. And again, they could all pull back a little. QCOM was up, looking great, and it is up $1.09 right now. So that one did look beautiful, and it is looking really good. That QCOM, we liked it before. It's up to what, 165. It opened at 166. ARM, this one is jumped up too. It's at 149 right there. ARM, and it's not looking bad. It's up like $2. It's hitting that resistance. So again, you can't really tell. I think they may see a little pullback, so we'll have to see. Intel, just setting up right here. So keep your eye on INTC because it is looking good right there. MSTR, let's see, it's down $2, and but just getting really set up. And Mara. Let's look at that's down 2 cents and getting really set up. And Riot's down 8 cents and still getting really set up. We'll look at crypto because that was still up. So let's go ahead and take a look at some crypto. Bitcoin's at like 99,802. Ethereum's at 3,386. Ripple's at 305. And Solana's at 203. They were a little bit higher up unless this page isn't right. Let me see. I'll look on the app. I was just looking at CoinGecko right there real quick as I had it up there. But yeah, Bitcoin 99,356. And Ripple says 321. So hold on, let me see. I was gonna say I thought Ripple was higher. Yeah, there you go. That's right. I had to refresh this bad boy. So Bitcoin's at 99,238. We'll run through them all. And Ripple's at 320. That's how I know. I was like, what? And I knew Solana was up higher, and that's at 214. So we're looking good right here. Let's go through the charts and see how they look. Here we go. Bitcoin 99,412. So let's see what it's doing. And it looks like it's not too bad right there. It's crossed through, it's crossed up, so it's not looking bad at all. We've seen them pull back, but it is over that 50 right there and looking pretty nice. So Bitcoin looking good, Ethereum 3,362, and let's see what it is doing. Just a little not even pullback, just kind of hitting that line, trying to cross through, and it still has room to get up there to that 50. That's curling down. We've seen them running up right to it though, so we'll see if Ethereum can run right up to it. Ripple's 324 right now, and like we were talking about, it was going to get ripping, and it certainly did, guys. And we liked it before, and it is ripping up there at 324. So that is XRP, and Solana's at 215 right now. And let's see, it did go right through that 50. So, like I said, that one had this huge channel right there between the 50 and the 200, and it ran right up into the 50 right over it within one day. So, literally started like yesterday, and they closed at 8. So, today's a new day, but technically within 24 hours, less than 12 probably, it just ran right through it like it wasn't even there. So, that was sold, and these things they do move. So Cardano's back to 109 now and looking good. Honestly, it's right back over that 52, and it's curled up looking nice for ADA. Cardano looks good. Doge at 38, and that one is looking good. It's over at 50 as well, and it does just have a tiny little pullback look, but it looks like it's going to roll right off of that and keep on cruising for Doge. And let's look, links at 22.75, XLM's at 50 cents and looking good. Sheeb's up like 6% and looking really good. So Sheeb never really even had that run. If it gets over that 50 like it's going to right here, Sheeb's going to get popping. So keep your eye on that because that's been down pretty low. And let's look at Bonk because that one's been down too. I mean, it ran way up before it got cruising and then came back down. But let's look at it real quick and see what it wants to do because it wasn't looking the greatest. It was on the 50 or the 200, if you remember. It did pop up there and it is trying to cruise up towards that 50 like the rest of them. So it's looking much better for Bonk. And WIF, that one was curled up, so I imagine it was moving there. It's at 180. It moved up like 28 cents, it looks like. So yeah, that one was curled up and it is running up there. So keep your eye on that WIF as well. That one was looking good. That H bar was looking good as well this morning. That was up like 4 cents. We were looking at that last night, and H bar is up like 18%. So that thing was cruising up overnight. And yesterday we were looking at it, and I gave you guys that one for crypto. So there you go with that bad boy. And that is our crypto report. Looking real good this morning, looking green, wants to be popping. And guess what, guys? It's what, 4 days away, and we have a new administration. I think people are starting to really get excited. I mean, it seems like most people are. Obviously, not the whole world will, and not every person will, but it seems like the majority of people are getting pretty excited about it. So. And obviously, we should. What a disaster this administration has been. Holy cow. So, anyway, let's see what you guys want to look at. Luis Rodriguez said the only negative that he saw with TSM earnings was the mention that U.S. and overseas expansion will weigh on future profitability. I did hear him say that. And, I did wonder what the heck he was talking about. So, yeah, I would imagine that that would honestly might be good for the U.S. if we're weighing on their future profitability. That means that the companies in here are doing better, but we'll see what that looks like. And like I said, it just seemed like a pretty solid and good call right there to lead them off. So we'll see what it's up to today. Obviously, LNKS for Green Thumbs. How are you, Green Thumbs? And let's look at this thing. It was one of them new ones that we were looking at. It was trying to get set up. Some people were looking at this bad boy. It looks like it finally could have bottomed out. It did run up immediately when we looked at it, like right away. And then obviously with the rest of the market pulling back, it came with it. And it is at 91 cents this morning. Yesterday it got down to 80, and that probably was the dip and rip look. I'm not promising you anything yet, but it's not looking too bad. So we'll keep an eye on it. It has this crazy, like I said, it's really new. So if you look at Finva, I don't know what's going on, but the MACD looks like it went wild. I have no idea what the heck it's even looking at or doing there. So anyway, Ripple is going to the moon. We know that. That thing is popping. We tried to tell you guys that Ripple was going to be flying right there. And let's see what else is going on here. W has a couple to look at. Let's take a quick peek at some of these ones real quick. 80. Oh, we looked at the ADTX already. NIVF. That one is just sitting there, but looking good this morning, I must say. NIVF, let me see. Yeah, it's just sitting right there, but curled up, looking nice. Yesterday it closed at that 36, and today it's just sitting at 36. So, but looking pretty healthy for NIVF. Keep an eye on that. NAOV. NAOV is trying to, it ran up yesterday. It might be pulling back here. NAOV. Yeah, it did. It ran up yesterday. It looks like it's trying to set up. It's hitting that 20 right there at like 57. What it got up to 57 right there. and see if it can get through that 57. If it doesn't yet, it could just pull back a little bit to set up right there, and that could be a really good setup. And that SGBX, that was running up, I thought, yesterday, right? Yeah, it did. I was gonna say I noticed was running up in the after hours, and it went crazy. I know that it went 65 to 193. It closed at 90, and then today it opened at 94, and it came down into the 80s. So it did hit that top line. It did run up pretty hard, and it is pulling back there. So we'll see if that's safe and Green Holdings can hold itself. Not exactly sure if it will, but there you go. And boom, let's see what else is going on. And WHLR, good old Wheeler. Here we are, Wheeler. Wheeler Real Estate, we were looking at it just the other day, I remember, and it is popped up there, 281 to 443. It's at 414. Ray Rodriguez, I hope you jumped in that one off of our calls because that one's looking really good, Wheeler. And let's see that ENSC and see what it's doing right here. ENSC, let's see. It's oh, that's setting up, it looks like. Let me take a better look at it. Yeah, that one is getting set up, guys. That's a good look too, Ray. I like that one, Ray Rodriguez. ENSC. Look at that bad boy today. We've looked at it before, and it is looking pretty good. Barber wants to see KAVL, and let's see, it's up 2 cents right there. And it's just stair stepping its way up. It did run up, it pulls back, and I think it probably will roll off that MACD again and get cruising back up as it stair steps right back on up there. So its high was up there on January 8th. It got up to like past $1. Where did it get up to? $1.55. And it's at $1.01, but yeah, it's trying to stair step its way back up. Yesterday could be its bottom at that 95, so look for any dips down there towards that 20, which is at that basic 95 area, and it could get moving right there, Barber. So there you go with that one, and let's see what else is going on here. BULZ, and let's see what that's doing real quick. BULZ. And that is the microsectors TM Solactive. Oh, the FANG. Okay, it's the FANG, the leverage for that. And it is curling up looking really good there. BULZ. So it's a FANG ETN. Or was it an yeah, ETN. So it is looking pretty good for the FANG one. So that looks good. And BWXT. That's at BWX Technologies. We were looking at this last night, and it did look pretty good right there. BWXT. And let's see, it is jumped up there. Yesterday it closed. Oh, wait, that's the 15th. So, no, it was just jumped up off of yesterday. I don't see it doing anything. It's at 118. It looks like it jumped up. What did it close at yesterday? Let me see. 118.50 in the after hours. So it does look pretty good. I don't see it doing much yet. So I'll take a look at that bad boy and see what's up. Thoughts on DXY, the strength in recent, and that's on the, I'll give you a quick one on that afterwards because I have to look that up. It don't them charts for the dollar bill don't really pull up here, so I have to just kind of Google a chart. I don't get it on my charts. Whenever I type in DXY, it wants to look at what is it? That DXYZ is what it pulls up, that Destiny Tech. But I'll look at it and see what it's up to. I can look at the Forex right here and kind of see what's going on with things with like the euro and the US dollar. I was looking at them yesterday, and I do take a peek at them and see what's going on to see how things are looking. So we can take a look at that, but I'll let you know what I think about that in a little bit right there. And GTCK, let's see, do the operational costs domestically and abroad are not as efficient as in, yeah, you're right about that, as in Taiwan. I'm sure it's mad cheap to operate things in Taiwan. They probably can do whatever the heck they want without worrying about anything like polluting the air and doing whatever. I'm sure it's a totally different world over there. So There you go. And let's look at that. What is it? GCTK. Yeah, G that gluco track. It is just sitting right there in the basement. I'm telling you, this thing's going to get set up, guys. And I was looking at it. Obviously, we were been looking at it, and we like that dip. And yeah, it's not looking bad right there. So the DXY chart for thank you very much. Look at you, laptop travel on point all the time. And let's see. Let me take a look at this thing over here. Yeah, it's not looking too bad, honestly, at 109. It does look like that dip was yesterday, and it is trying to move back up some. So that is that US dollar index. Thank you very much, laptop travel. And yeah, it does like I said, it does look pretty good right there. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'll take a look at it and some more today and just see what it's up to right there. And let's look at Elab real quick and a couple other ones here. Elab, that one's just sitting right there. A little bit of pullback, not doing anything yet. I don't think this morning it don't look like yesterday's date. But yeah, it just has that look where a little bit of pullback, but not looking bad there. So Elab could do something. That DEVS, I was saying, keep an eye on this thing. It's looking good. Don't look like it's doing anything yet. At least according to FinViz. Let me see. Yeah, that's yesterday's day, 59 to 65, and that's where it was. And it is looking really good today. So keep an eye on that. And that PET, the PET. That one's getting set up here. I don't know if that's doing anything this morning yet. Let's see. That is yesterday's date, but looking really good as well. PET and that TNRN, let's say, or TRNR it is, interactive strength. And I'm not sure if it's actually up 2 cents. And this thing looks like it is getting curled up now. So we'll keep an eye on that. It looks like it could roll right off that MACD after that pullback. It was looking much better over there, running up in that the seventh on last Tuesday or so. And then it got pulled back there with the market, but looking much better. So TRNR looking pretty good. CYN, that's up a penny. I'm telling you, keep your eye on that one, guys. It's looking kind of crazy. It gets out of that basement, it's going to get moving right there. So keep your eye on that CYN and ADD. It's just sitting there at that 178. It's a little bit flat, but I'm telling you, that's why I was just mentioned it a little early, but I think that's going to be getting set up. So watching that bad boy as well. And let's look at Adobe real quick, and that's up $1.47, and just a little bit flat as it came out the basement, hitting the line, trying to curl through. So not looking too bad right there, but there you go. And let me see, was there anything else that we wanted to look at here? I think we got everything. And let me just see what the market looks like. Still Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, and Amazon up. Google, Meta, and Tesla are down a little bit. Let me take a quick look and see Bank of America profits soar on Wall Street revival. Bargain hunting, this value manager scooped up Airbnb and AI healthcare play and GE spinoff. Stocks rise as robust earnings add to CPI cheer, and the Dow futures slip and investors dig into more bank earnings. That was yesterday. We clicked on that. Inflation relief and bumper bank earnings. So whatever. But banking was looking pretty good there. Let me see what's trending real quick on StockTwits, and we'll see what's happening. Ripple's at what, 127 right now. Or sorry, I can't even read. 327, right? Yeah, 327. TSM is up. H bar, UNH is down. Don't they have their earnings or something going on? Yeah, they have earnings coming up today. And it is pulled back a little bit, but it will be bouncing back up. But again, I don't like earnings anyway. ASTS, let's see that one. That's at AST Space Mobile. Keep an eye on this. This thing's getting set up, guys. That looks really good right there. That XLM, that's stellar. That looks good. XXII, let's take a look at that one. Down 16 cents, but I'm telling you guys, this thing is just going to bounce around all over the place. So keep your eye on this XXII bad boy. And Bank of America looks like it is down 18 cents. It did run up there, so we'll see what it wants to do today. BAC. And like I said, it ran way up to, was that today or yesterday? That was today. 47.50 up to 48.50. So it ran up a dollar and then came down to 46.85. So Bank of America running around, and SMCI, like I said, is looking pretty good. It's trending right here, and it is curling up, looking much better. So there you go. I would say that's a good pre-market right there. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. What's trending real quick? That Acon's on here, ACON. We were watching that for that bounce back. SOBR was popping up, Wheeler, AEON. Keep an eye on that. That's in the basement right there. We'll keep an eye for that rhyme to see when it wants to bottom out there. That PMAX jumped up. RGTI is up a little bit, but just be careful. And GCTK is setting up nice. TNXP is up. And yeah, nothing real crazy that we haven't seen yet. So I would say we have a good idea of what's happening in the market for sure. And yeah, we're just watching a few of them to see what's going to happen. And like I said, I'm interested to see if these can hold themselves up. We've seen them pull themselves back. I just want to see the SPY real quick, see what that looks like. And it's at 593. It's up 80 cents, just hitting that 50 right there and hitting the line. So definitely an interesting one. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll be on it all day today for sure. I am every day, but I just don't post nonstop. But I'll probably be posting a bunch today. It is in an interesting spot right there. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Asian Joe Lee, thank you for your Joe Lee's jumpers and laptop travel, for your laptop lowdowns, green thumbs, and W. O'Hare's bastard child, Lewis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Barbara, and is that Maureen's on here, and Sherry Sinai, Keys 41, Ticker, Market, who is that? Market Masters Reviews, Crypto, or something, Andre. San Geneva something. I sorry I butchered your name. Lloyd Sense, Jeremy, and Nicholas, and whoever else was tuned in. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate everybody hanging out. Let me know if you guys want to see anything today, and we'll definitely look at it and take a look at that SYM, that Symbiotic, because that's popped up there, and that's a Jolie's jumper right there, and Hunter Jolie's jams. We were looking at it last night. It was looking really good, and that thing's up like 20% today. So keep an eye on that. And like I said, we'll go through some and find what's popping. It looks like they're trying to set up. You just can't tell. And but they will be cruising really soon, 4 days away, and things are getting much better. That's for sure. You have you know, peace deals over in the Middle East, all kinds of good stuff happening now. So I think we're going to be going into the right direction for sure. We will see pullbacks, no doubt about it, and a good one, but we'll play them the right way and we'll crush this market every which way. So there you go, everybody. Let me know what you guys want to see today, and trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.